say all nations and 7.9 plus billions of humans. Now we are all in the last state in that comes under the classification of Roman province Jesuits satanic organization, right? So we all were looking all the states, starting with state of Wisconsin, state of Michigan, Detroit, then state of New York, then state of New England, then Maryland, then New Orleans, Louisiana, then Missouri, then California, and then Oregon, right? So this testimony is about the state of Oregon, and under the Oregon is an umbrella versus there are four more states that is comes under that umbrella. That is, it is my understanding it is Alaska, but if it is wrong, just disregard it. And the other states are Montana, Idaho, and Washington. Okay, so can you all understand? Can you all see the patterns of abuse? All these Jesuits organizations headquartered were all having the same patterns, anywhere between the 17th centuries and the 18th century. And can you all imagine how that slavery, hatred, discrimination, KKK, Confederate, slave states, slavism, right? Nothing changed. So that itself is a proof that Pope is indeed the Antichrist. So I want to prove it, and I proved it, right? So imagine what if the Pope is only a true Christian. At least in the 17th century itself, he would have banned all the child marriage, right, and all the unhealthy marriages. He would never even bother to build Las Vegas, right? And there would never be any slavery, any hatred, any discrimination. How heaven would it have been? It would have been. But then, that is a proof. When abusive people, they become so proud on being abusive means they become like more than a god. That's what the absolute monarch's definition says, right? What's the definition of absolute monarchs is? They are called as the divine. They are the ones who are jumped from the heaven. So they are so godly. They are so perfect. So they are holy, and they are above God. So that's a difference between saying I am God versus I am God in an indirect way of telling I am above God more. So literally they are saying I am above God, but instead of saying I am above God directly, they are saying I am God. So there is a mask there. Got it? Versus there is a absolutely true meaning when civilians say I am God. So worldwide this scandal has been going on. Okay, and that's why I'm saying the human gods, it's called the Pharisees. Okay, and the Pharisees means what? It is a abusive process model that was created by the Islam Judaism. Got it? So, but then Pope Francis is not using that word because he gave that operations to be provided only in the Asian nations. Got it? See how he created scandal in different versions, but it's all one and the same. So that is why there are human gods in India. You know, you are all aware of that yoga, right? Yoga gurus, the yoga pandits, like that. What is the exact patterns which we are all seeing on all these regions wherever this Pope Francis created headquartered? There is a slavery. One way or the other, civilians are getting tortured every single day. And then African Americans are targeted and thrown in the jail every day. We are seeing all in everywhere, be it California, be it Alaska, be it Arizona, everywhere, right? And then we are seeing every day people are getting shot and killed by the white-skinned cops, right? See, when I'm saying that, I'm talking about out of 100 percentile, 99 percentile. There are even African American cops also who are abusing the cop services, but that is very, very less, I would say, right? So you all are having understanding of the clear understanding now how Department of Health Services in each state is broken, how Department of Child and Welfare Services in each state is broken, how education system is broken, how college system is broken, how retail system is broken, how healthcare system is broken, how insurance is broken, how imports and exports is broken, how fair trade operations is broken, how clothing industry is broken, how footwear industry is broken. Means every single thing is broken, my dear fellow mankind. right? And finally, if you are seeing, can you see how I'm providing an excellent iterative, this process is called the iterative, affordable, measurable, traceable process. See, this is how we can track down and nail down on the root cause of the crime. So tell me, what is Pope Francis going to say about this? Is he going to say he knows what is the word Jesuits? Or is Pope Francis going to say he don't know, he've never even heard about the word Jesuits? Got it? How I nailed him down? Got it? So when I'm saying I nailed him down, now are you all able to understand who am I? Okay, still keep working on that, okay? I just want to have that as fun task for you all. That's all. Nothing more or less, okay? I surely will reveal that part. Who am I? So, coming to the state of Oregon, this was also found in the 18th century. So, anywhere in the 17th and 18th century only. So, this I want you all to clearly write in your skulls, my dear fellow mankind, because of this, I'm going to reveal one more truth in the other sessions to come. Okay, I do not want to combine the other thing to here. And you all will be shocked. And yes, your bloods will boil, and I will provide the civil justice after 100 years. Okay? And that's pretty much it. I would stop it right there on that part. So, this testimony, it will go very fast. It will not even take more than 10 minutes, or 10 to 15 minutes, I would say. Okay? Because it's pretty straightforward. Because we covered all the states, and all the states had their own, the criminals to be tracked down process. So this Oregon, this Montana, probably they have all their own natural reserves, kept. Like Alaska, you all know that gasoline project, right? So that is on the highest level I know about it. But detail, there might be more, which I might not even know. Okay, but then it gives a highest picture, that highest overview that Pope Francis, he destroyed each and every single state of United States of America. So that is why the population should not be blamed after. Regardless whether they are abusive population, they are also victims of abuse only, right? They became abusive only because of Pope Francis. See, nobody is born as abuser. Okay, nobody is born as terrorist. Nobody is born as a rebel. Nobody is born as a thief or a robber. Nobody is born as a, adverse sex process providers, right? Nobody is born as a backstabbers. Nobody born as a jealousy people, right? But then how all these are all the diseases after all. These are all comes under the umbrella of leprosy. I told you, right? Any abusive disability comes under the umbrella of leprosy. So we all saw how that comes means only because of the unhealthy influence provided, unhealthy environment is provided, means toxins has been injected. So who injects? Okay, now in the population, all the population by default have the role called sons or daughters. So they will not be in a position to create any abuse. Okay, how about the parents? They will not be in a position to create any abuse. Then how about the relatives? No. Then friends? No. Then who? Is it government? No. Is it workplace? No. Is it schools? No. Is it nations? No. Then who? Who is that? Who is non-stop injecting only toxins after toxins after toxins after toxins into the human brains? Who? It all traces to St. Peter's Basilica in Vatican, Pope Francis alone. Right? And we all understood that why on the earth he created that. It because the Queen Elizabeth II must drink blood of humans every single day in the form of tax. So why on the earth they never provided Prose salary when they should have provided the Prose salary? Because they want to mandate poverty out of that. They want to create tax mandate out of that. Tax mandate is another sentence for tax mandate is poverty mandate. Federal tax mandate, how to say it another way, is federal poverty mandate. So they want to enforce poverty to the civilians, means out of all the types of disability, be it health issues or birth defects or cancers or any of the they all come under the disability, right? Or people out of all the disabilities, the highest level of severity of the disabled that can be enforced to the civilian is making them financially dependent. When they are financially dependent, what will civilians do? They will beg. Please government, or please civilians, please can you provide me some money to help me to have food, please provide me, I'm begging for to have clothes, like that. But then that is the worst emotional torture that can be enforced on a civilian. Being in a beggar mode, being in a pauper mode, and not even one civilian should not never be in that mode. But sadly, all the nations are having that population, right? And that is wrong. That is absolutely wrong, right? So when you're seeing, I already said there are non-profit, all are scam only, non-profit organizations, or they look like, sounds like they are only the helpers mode, but that's wrong. They're absolutely wrong. Civilians should never ever beg to the civilians for basic needs, essentials. Only government's job, responsibility, accountable to take care of each and every single civilian in a heaven way. Each civilian should live a pretty decent, healthy environment, and absolutely heaven mode only, always. They should have free housing, they should have free clothing, they should have free footwear, they should have free vehicle to commute, they should have a free environment, free drinking water, free electricity, free education, everything should be free. But then how these people, they fooled entire nations to enforce everything to be at cost, and made to people to think, oh no, there is nothing free in this earth mode, and on top of it, layer after layer after layer after layer after tax. Federal tax for this, federal tax for that, federal state tax for this, state for tax for that. Means imagine the monthly variable and the fixed expenses for each civilian skyrockets just because of the tax part of that billing alone. What if the tax part of that billing alone is removed? I am saying everything should be free. All these basic essentials should be free only. So that means even when they are going to collect some kind of a payment, that itself is wrong. But then all I'm saying is, I even educated, my dear fellow mankind, why people have to shell out some dollars to get the consumer products is. That is how the farmers and the agricultural and the manufactured people get paid, right? They are providing the services. If you are seeing, then I educated. When I was working on that poverty free at the end of the project, I was educating in an user-friendly way. Hey humans, tell me which is costly. Is it being human always costly, or owning an iPhone is costly? So that was a wisdom education right there, right? So people initially might have been thinking, oh, why this lady is asking that question, but later on they got it. And then with that education alone, iPhone market was picking up, because of my education only. I was educating, right? So then I explained, see, being human is always free, right? When you're displaying clean love, it is always free. But then when you're comparing to all types of costs and expenses, that is absolutely priceless. Nobody can buy the true love, right? So that is why being human is always true friend mode. Being human always tags with the cleanest love, virgin love, naive love, that mode. No pollution mode kind of a love. Then I went on to explain why exactly iPhone is costly, right? So if you're going to look into iPhone, Samsung, then Google Pixel, right, and Microsoft, they missed the bus in the mobile processing, but still they are surviving because of their own well-known products everywhere. So let's not do any more details on that. Let's leave that. Now when I'm keeping on comparing the Samsung, Google Pixel, iPhone, each one of them have their own features, the way of designing the products, and their way of customizing and tailoring their own Microsoft microprocessor chips, right? But then it is how many people have to put the labor in it. They work hard, right? Meaning they sweat their blood every single day, at least 8 hours. So the manufacturing facility, people work hard, and they have to be so very careful, minute detail to assemble those small particles which are chemicals, which are toxic. Still they have to wear healthy preventative clothing, and then only wearing the gloves, and like that only in a very clean environment only the microprocessor chips and the motherboards will be assembled, either for computers or laptops or televisions, or you name any of the electronic appliances. But even the capital investment will be very less only, but then the cost is high only because of the man hours of labor is put in. Okay, now hardware and software means hardware is the physical assembly of that robots, right? They have to fix the motherboard and then put it on the laptop, the shell mode. Then the software population, they are the ones who make things to understand. The computer should understand, right? When you're saying hello world means the computer should understand the human language. So that is why the software people, they break their heads and they try logics, this and that, and they work. So imagine the labor is provided as a team. Yes, there will be CEOs, means they are the ones who are going to do the guidelines, everything. But then there will be 3,000 or 5,000 employees will be working on a different various tasks. It will not be only one task, each one is that I already said. In a team, nobody will know what they're working on. They'll be having only basic skill sets. Even if there will be experienced people or an intern or a very less experienced people, it will all be combined in the team. That is why it's called as a team. What if everybody knows everything? Then there will not be need, right? But in this team effort, everybody will have their own unique talent, okay, and on a different levels. So some people will be good at one thing, some people will not be good at other things, but how people will help out each other, and even educate on how to know the other software coding, like that. So so I was teaching, right, why iPhone is costly. So I explained this is why the labor cost is costly. So let's say, for example, I'm just throwing out some dummy numbers, okay? Do not go with my words. Let's say if the cost of Samsung Galaxy is $100, okay, and cost of Google iPhone Pixel is Android operating systems is just $150. Then iPhone is what, $500 or $600, means that's a huge price difference, right? So when there is a huge price difference, which population will be owning iPhone? Only the richest people who are able to afford iPhone. Versus these Google and Samsung and Huawei, they are all concentrated for the middle class or even low income people. And this is the very highest level, but it's not necessary that always, even the low income, middle income people, they will save the money and they will wait for the sales, right? And they will get it. And so it does not mean that only iPhone means only richest people, like that. Even the richest people will not even bother to get iPhone. See, for example, yes, I am having iPhone, but then I also have another phone which has lot of features in it. I have not, I'm not comfortable using that Android operating system yet. I have to learn. Okay, it's a learning curve for me. But on the very highest level, I saw so many features in it. Oh wow, I liked it. And the design, the mobile phone is very sleek, and the cost is just $100. So I was just wondering, should I even have to think of iPhone like that? But then there is a difference, right? And then there is about the features mode, how long the battery will be there, how long will it go down like that. So it has its own pros and cons. Each and every single product has their pros and cons. So I'm not even want to go about that. And there are fans for Android operating system, and there are fans for Apple products, and there are fans for Samsung products, and no, we cannot even talk them out unless and until it will be their individual choices, right? So I'm just providing an example. So I educated them. That is why it is costly, right? It's a non-living thing only. But why it is costly? Because that many man hours of labor is provided as a team worldwide, right? If you're going to see iPhone, design might be provided in USA, and manufacturing can be in China or India, and the software developers might be displaced worldwide, working remote, right? Same thing for same organization, same processing can be followed by Google and Microsoft. So this is known everywhere, right? But then that is how much of labor they are providing, right? So that is why it is costly. So I educated in a very user-friendly way. Why people have to have all the basic essentials free only, but why the civilians have to even shell out some few dollars to pay for the consumer product is, it is because of the labor. So then, on the other end, because of all the scandal we provided, I'm displaying with the proof, right? So what is going to happen? You all got it, my dear fellow mankind, and yes, it is what you're all are thinking of. Down the road, everything is going to be free. Meaning, it will be the government, they will be paying for all the man hours labor for all the consumer products, and the population, they do not have to pay for any single consumer product, be it vehicle, be it car, be it bicycle, be it laptop, be it anything, be it clothing, be it shoes. Means they have to go to the shop and swipe their card, boom, they get it free. They don't even have to pay for it. That is how the nation is going to work moving forward. Got it? So do you all know why exactly doctors got handcuffed by me? At least that's this point of time. Yes, my dear fellow mankind, it is the doctors who created enforced poverty in the different form, all in the name of doctors, because they are the boss. They are the boss, right? They have to sign off birth certificate, they have to sign off death certificate. They got that proud disease. They were thinking that they are the only gods. So once when that supreme complex comes, right, then they become evil. Got it? Can you all see how leprosy patients are created? How abusive patients? So who are the real true abusive patients after all? Is it the thief? Is it the robbers? Is it the sexual abusers, or who? Or is it doctors? It is the doctors. Got it? And they know how to get away free. They can kill a patient and they can just get away free. I already educated you all how, right? See, a simple example, alcohol. They will say, we never asked civilians to drink alcohol. But then they only signed alcohol to be on the grocery stores for the tax mandate. Can you all see the scandal in a scandal part? And people will say, they will also turn back and say, we never asked civilians to smoke tobacco or marijuana or opioids or cocaine or heroin. No, we never did that. And they'll be walking out free. But then they are the ones who sign up for marijuana, opioids, opiums, recreational drugs, lethal drugs, prison death penalty, lethal drugs. They only want signs it off. So now they all got handcuffed by me. They are just cursing me to death, right? Because the truth is, I never went to the medical school versus they all went to the medical school. And I'm just slapping on their face. And Dr. Fauci and Dr. Brinks will resign in time, right? So can you all see who created the poverty after all, and why USA is the happiest mode? So this state of Oregon, it's already 25 minutes, I'll finish it fast. So this state of Oregon is the last of the Roman province. So why we have to be very carefully handling all these means, to take down the poisonous, deadliest evil force, only God's strength can be provided. right? Because see how many years people have been struggling with the slavery with the Pope Francis and dark ages of Rome. Even in the Europe nations population, they were not able to come out of that slavery yet. And still United States of America is a slave nation. It's a saddest reality, my dear fellow mankind. And people are thinking, oh, USA is a very high-tech nation. See how many facilities are there. No, the USA nation in the entire planet Earth is only in the 17th century. Means it is Queen Elizabeth II. She destroyed USA in pieces. Who is going to pay for the damages? So, okay, this is the highest level. Then why exactly the Prose civil lawyer fees was not provided in the DWD? Do you all have any clue? You all should know. So these lawyers, right, be it civil lawyer or the criminal lawyers or the judges, they went and they paid tons of money, right, and get student loan. They went to Yale or whatever colleges, right, the Harvard Law School, like that. And they had to, I don't know how long the law school is, but that many years they have to put their brain, they have to break their heads and then get the law degree. With the hope they get into a good law firm and start earning a good lot of money, right? But then, what is the Prose meaning? Civilian do not have to go to a law school to be a supreme chief civil judge. A civilian it's not necessary for a civilian to be a lawyer at the first place, but still can represent him or her as a civil lawyer and be in the court of law and can represent and then talk and win the case. But then, what is the catch here? It is a France leader and Sicily Archbishop and Pope Francis, these three true criminals, the deadliest Satans, they only gave that what? Justice handbook. I would not even say justice handbook, okay? It's for an education only I'm saying, but I would say hell handbook, okay? And hell handbook, they painted that hell handbook as a justice, to provide it as an illusion to the already fooled USA, because they already got fooled. They want to check if USA will be fooled or not. By how? First step, they provided Statue of Liberty, telling that is a judge's lady. And they were laughing in their hearts. Okay, cool. How cool is that? USA nation got fooled. Boom. Right? And the fake Israel, they provided their flag to the USA and they were laughing in their hearts. Oh, wow, how USA got fooled. Boom. With the word called Israel. They are the deadliest paganists. They are the hell creators. That means the fake Israel leader as of today, who is calling himself Israel, and the Israel-Gaza war, the peace war, they are all absolute deadliest communists. Islam and Judaism, they are paganist. So can you all see on layer by layer level how USA nation got fooled just because it is an youngest nation and very innocent nation after all? Upfront is displayed, right? USA never knew. USA thought all USA knows is a word called Israel. When the Israel comes, means they know that, oh, it is a true Christianity. But then this Islam, Judaism, so cunning, they use that true Christianity word to fool USA, and they got fooled. As of today, there is a fake Israel flag headquartered only in the United States of America. Is a proof that how USA got fooled and why USA is a slave Islam nation after all. These Islam people are so cunning. They went round across all the nations. They destroyed everybody. And British is an Islam nation, my dear fellow mankind. Nobody knew. Because they all have the Christian name. They talk sweetest talk like that. So, we all understood that what is the type of the scandal that's been going on, right? So this Prose word is what? It is a French word. I already educated entire word by word in the Justice book given to the USA, United States of America Department of Justice, is written only in the French. Okay, it will be either in French or Spanish, because those are the evil population. okay, nation itself, and then or Latin like that, and the other side is the bilingual to be in the English. So prose means what? A pauper mode, a civilian who cannot afford a law fees can represent him or herself as a civil lawyer, right? You can put that as a civil lawyer, civil doctor, civil supreme judge, because all these three comes under this different classification but same meaning only. But then these people who went to the law school, they spent lot of money, they have to pay lot of student loan. You all know, aware of it, right? Here people get student loan and get into the medical school or engineering colleges or any nursing colleges. They'll be left out to paying only the loan after loan, even after getting married, after getting children, after being grandparents also, they'll be still paying only the loans. So that is how the financial services is crashed, and I'm the one who's going to fix them all. Got it? So so these people, they went to the law school, they paid everything, so they have that jealous mode kind of, right? See, I went to the law school, I had to break my head every single day and night, study for the exams, bar exams, and clear, and then only I became a lawyer. Then only I'm being intern in a law firm for so many years, and then only I'm able to provide law services. See, these civilians who never went to the law school, just like that, how can they become prose? So that is the jealousy mode. But out of that jealousy mode comes what? Foolishness. And that is why all the educated lawyers, they should have educated the Department of Workforce Division to provide a job code and also defined a salary. It's simple task, my dear fellow mankind, right? So prose means they could provide a job code like JC means for J for job and C for code, right? So JC dash prose means PROSE. SE means they can put either pro or say, or they can, it's a smallest word, right? So they can still put JC dash prose. That's all for a job code. And for the salary, they can provide a fixed salary, same as the lawyers. Only thing, they can provide a baseline salary, $100,000, right? But then they were not willing to do that. Why? Because those people who went to the accredited law school had to spend a lot of money with the student loan, tax, like that. And they did not wanted the ordinary civilians to represent themselves as a civil lawyer. Got it on the second layer or third layer of the scandal? So we all got the answers now. But then that is the crime, right? I am prose, and you all got the answer why even when I was begging the justice to provide me a salary, they never provided. Means DWD systems do not have job code. And then DOJ cannot provide the prose salary. Then doctors never educated the DWD to provide the job code. And because of those three, the Treasury, IRS, it's all crashed. Now, that is one part, but on the foundation level, everything of the tax is crashed for forever. Not even 500 years, I would say beyond that. Why? They never provided any tax services for the child marriage population. Right? Now tell me, how would a Benz dealer or a Volkswagen or a Toyota or a Honda or a Kia, right, or Hyundai or whatever vehicle you name it, Ford, Chrysler, right, would have provided a vehicle to the child marriage population who cannot go to work, unemployment always mode, right? How? Tell me. And how the federal tax services even provided for that clause for tax bracket is what they say it for a fancy word, right? How would they have provided for the child marriage population who cannot even go to work? Tell me. Can you all see how the scandal is upfront displayed, and how Pope got red-handed and United States of America just like that will throw Pope Francis on the volcano in Hawaii, and United States of America will just listen only to me, nobody else? Because they knew the scandal is highest, deadliest. And software code of lines cannot fix it, because the software code in the tax services, it's going to go and hit on every single services, operation services in USA. It's right. Can you understand? It's going to, on the federal tax and state tax as a higher level. Then child marriage population is not even in their software code of logic. So it's going to hit on the retails. Then the people are going to, then the USA nation is going to ask, how on the earth Amazon was providing consumer products, grocery products to the child marriage population? What is Amazon going to do? And how the Google and all those people, software people, providing their software line of business products, be it laptop, computers or TVs or any kind of a media operations, to the child marriage population who cannot even afford because they are unemployed always. Where are they going to have their face? They are all adults, right? They are not children. Amazon and JP Morgan Chase and Google, Apple, Microsoft, they are not children. They are adults category. So what are they going to think? So can you all see how it is the adults who became so selfish, self-centered, and why I am the only wisest? And can you all see how a true woman always stands out in the crowd? And if you're going to see the patterns, in be it retails, be it public sectors, be it private sectors, it's a men's world. Take it Facebook, take it Twitter, take it Parler, take it any of the apps, medias, Zoom, and Apple, Microsoft, Google, right? Oracle, you name it. They're all only male population, and the men's club. Then national leaders, they're all men's club. So what did they do? Can you all see why men can never be caregivers? Only always a true woman only is a excellent forever caregiver. Can you all see? Can you all understand that at the first place? But then on the other end, I also explained how it is the women will be the highest evil means. It goes with the common sense mode. Innocence is always directly proportional to the wisdom. When the person is highest wisdom means highest innocent. When you're less innocent, then you become fool. It's as simple as that. So men are only innocent, that is all. They are not, that means women always wisest. Why? Because they're double innocent. Can you see? On the innocent, double innocent mode. But then, when the sexual immorality comes in or injected, it is women who becomes double evil. Men also, because women become double evil, it directly impacts directly traces to even men also become evil, double evil. So therefore, to provide that live demo, we are seeing Pope Francis is a man and Queen Elizabeth II is a woman, and both of them are in the same level of double evil mode. Got it? That is a very excellent example I'm providing to you all. Right? So now tell me, can you all understand why software world population only fears me, nobody else in the earth? They do not fear any Senate. For them it is like just a talk show when they are going and attending the justice grilling session, I would say. All the software people, they will be only just laughing in their hearts, because they know that government population in USA, they do not have any clue. Like how non-medical people do not have any clue when medical doctors talks. This government population will not have any clue whatever the software people are going to talk in their language. So they will be only laughing in their heart, and they will have it as a just quick chat talk show mode only. They will be in the justice grilling session, right? Because they know that nothing going to happen, but they all are fearing only me. Because you all know, I even went down to the micro processor, my motherboard design level, right? And I provided the guidance. So that is why they fear me. Oh my gosh, how? And I already explained how the Windows 10 became Edge, right? It is all because of my education only. I slapped the software world and I educated how the browser should work, how the address bar should work, how the tabs should be organized. And they were shocked at the one side, and they were like happiest because I was just providing whatever help that is absolutely needed at the rightful time for their design process, right? So if you see Google and Microsoft, even Apple, they were phasing out their products which were not in an up-to-date model, because they knew that whatever the education, wisdom education I was providing was excellent. So tell me, I'm the only one woman and all of them are men. And they all provided wrongful operations. And I already said I have all the eligibility to seal and shut down Google, Apple, Facebook, Twitter, Oracle, blah, 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 whatever. Just like that. Nobody will ask me anything. Even President Joe Biden, President Trump, they will be laughing out loudest. To take this, to discipline the software world, that is just one wisest lady. We don't have to worry. That's how all the national leaders will say, right? So can you all see how that always that wisdom process alone stands out in the crowd? And yes, I do not, and at the same time, I do not want Google or Apple or Microsoft or Facebook or Twitter to feel low or feel shame, feel guilt. Oh no, we made that mistake on the foundation level, the design part went wrong, right? Because I always educated in a designing process, means like a foundation level, right? When you're going to build a home, the first stone is a cornerstone, they say, right? It's the foundation stone. That should be provided correctly. Otherwise, everything will crumble down. So this government operations was built out of scandal only. And sadly, this United States of Nation, America, they never knew. They were just only worshipping Queen as a god and Pope as a god. And in that busy time, they forgot all the scandal that was provided by them. That is why everything got crashed. So that is why even in the at fault mode, found guilty mode, these Facebook, Twitter, Apple, Google, they are all in the innocent mode only. And I was the one who educated that also. And I also educated that I only going to bail out Google, Apple, Facebook, everybody. Right? So can you see the scandal? And I was the one who educated, hey, provide the services exclusively for younger generation. Do not combine both of them, right? And they're cleaning all the software world. They are cleaning their whatever database. It's all thing. And I already provided the deadline, the timeline, and I also provided, okay, if you all cannot finish it in this many time, take one more year like that. And I have provided all the step-by-step processing also, and they are working on it. And they know that Vethapriya will ask the status report. They fear me only. Be it Facebook, be it Twitter, be it Apple, be it Google. So that is why the US government itself will be laughing out loudest. Oh, that is just this one lady is enough. Not for only USA, for all the nations is enough. I already said, I am the true soldier of God, and I am alone is enough to discipline all the nations. Right? So, can you all see how that tax agencies is being screwed up in a very nobody can help, but the tax agencies and treasury agencies should be sealed and shut down because they never provided any services for the child marriage population. Boom, every other services you name it, it's all wrong. It's all disqualified. It's all voided. Means it is USA should pay the tax to the civilians. It should be the other way around. And they do not even need to collect the tax forms from civilians anymore. Every year or every end of the year, or I would say quarterly, they could provide a choice to the civilians. Hey, how do you want the USA to pay the tax? Is it quarterly or is it yearly or every 6 months? Means then it should be the civilians to choose. Hey, USA, pay me quarterly so that way I could plan and budget. Or yearly means that's all. It's the simplest way. Nothing. The population do not have to file for tax. They do not have to go in that kind of a mode. Nothing. USA government should do boom, 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 boom. Send them the check after check after check accordingly. That is all. Just load it with the debit card and send it to the households. It's as simple as that. That's how it should be. It is USA, it's going to pay the tax to the civilians worldwide. Never the civilians will be paying the tax to the USA. For that, who should provide the design? I only should provide the design. Who cannot provide the design? Already JP Morgan, Chase, they partnered. Amazon, Berkshire Hathaway, they could not provide. And banking sectors, they were not able to provide. So that means I have to step in and have to provide that. And you all have to wait for that, right? Because for that, USA have to sign the job offer to me. I have to start the job. But before that, I have to get the civil justice done. In the transition mode, I have to get the enough financier to take care of a basic essential. For me, at this point of time, it will help me if I could find a home, affordable home, right? So those are the basic essentials which I need. So tell me, can you all understand why I'm asking you all to celebrate Merry Christmas and just enjoy your life? Being aware I am there. And I was not joking, my dear fellow mankind. Yes. Because it is USA going to pay the tax to the civilians. And there will be no more population need to worry about paying the tax. They will not even have that tension. There will be no tax evasion process, nothing. Not all will be sealed and shut down. The moment they never provided any services to the child marriage, every single operation of the tax became invalid and voided. And I am the excellent tax collector. Oh yes. And that means USA is again another happiest nation for that as well. So for how I will be collecting the tax, I will provide in the design process. Got it? So that is pretty much it. How the USA nation ever provided tax services for child marriage population in past 500 years. So how will a grocery store provided the grocery foods to the child marriage population who cannot have, you'll always be unemployed. So what are the other states I said? It is Alaska, I think, and then Montana, Washington, Idaho. These all comes under the umbrella of Oregon. And that is the Republica Roman Catholic Jesuits province. So Pope Francis has to say whether he knows what is child marriage, or Pope Francis should say never ever heard about the child marriage, and either ways he'll be thrown in the volcano. Okay. Then the second part of the civil justice is Republica Roman Catholic Jesuits province, state of Oregon. The Satan, the Antichrist, the Lucifer gave 666 mark of the beast, hell, justice, poverty mandate handbook to USA nation to provide only injustice and punish innocent, and misguided and destroyed USA national operations. And with fatal negligence, Republica Roman Catholic Jesuits province, state of Oregon, the Satan, the Antichrist, the Lucifer failed to educate DWD must provide job code for Prose, at least salary of tax-free $100,000. So civil justice as of February 1st, 2021, part of Party Civil Justices, Republica Roman Catholics Jesuit province, state of Oregon, faces of Roman Catholics Jesuits Vatican leader should pay direct deposit tax-free $50,000 trillion to I, Vethapriya, Prose, a true civil lawyer, true civil doctor, true civil supreme judge, for there is never Prose job code and defined salary in the United States of America as of February 1st, 2021. Then the state of Oregon. So at fault and found guilty, USA nation must direct deposit check for Prose salary of tax-free $100,000 and another tax-free $100,000 for damages done, poverty enforced, finance loss created damages, finance disability. Then at fault and found guilty state of Oregon, DWD must pay direct deposit check for Prose salary of tax-free $100,000 to I, Vethapriya, Prose. Then at fault and found guilty, state of Oregon DOG, Department of Justice, must pay direct deposit check for Prose salary of tax-free $100,000 to I, Vethapriya, Prose. Then at fault and found guilty state of Oregon, Department of Health Services must pay direct deposit check for Prose salary of tax-free $100,000 to I. Vethapriya. Then at fault and found guilty state of Oregon must pay tax, that is the tax agencies and IRS agencies and tertiary federal agencies must pay direct deposit check for Prose salary of tax-free $100,000 to I. Vethapriya. Then the Republic of Roman Catholic Jesuits Province State of Oregon is coronavirus. Then Republic of Roman Catholic Jesuits Province State of Oregon should say what is Prose, or Republican Roman Catholics Jesuits State of Oregon should say don't know what is Prose. So either ways, I, Vethapriya, won the civil justice of proof why I am the excellent Supreme Chief Civil Judge to lead the justice for all nations, and I, Vethapriya, I am the excellent family law judge for all nations, and civil justice wins always is the wisdom. And here I also want to note down that I realize that instead of state of Oregon, the write-up has state of California. Just be aware it is state of Oregon because we are working on the state of Oregon. Okay, so can you all, now you all got the answers. So that means with my education, population right now, 300 millions of population as of today, got the education why USA government is broken in pieces, why never justice has been provided, why always only innocents are punished, why always only injustice signed off means highest level these absolute monarchs mandated that way. So now you all got it why the public sector is made to look at fault, but there is an innocence, and how private sector is made to look at fault and still there is an innocence, and I cannot forgive them. I can bail out Google. See, with my healthy education only, USA government provided all the fundings needed for the software world as well. So already they are already in the bailout mode already because of my education. That's why they got all the fundings and they're working on that tasks, right? So it is a team process, right? Nobody knows nobody, absolute strangers, and that is how it should be, without knowing anybody, and the cleanest love build the nations, because every single talent provided by a civilian, no matter what, it is a absolute needed talent that needs to be taken care of, that needs to be considered in the works part, right? So that is why, that means 7.9 billions of humans talented must be used. Talent must never be wasted. So when they are creating unemployment, it's all unnecessary. So I am the one who's going to create excellent processing for that, for unemployment, everything. Okay, so just be patient, and yes, Pope Francis, the Satan, people all will be thrown in the volcano in Hawaii. Okay, it is almost close to, it is 52 minutes. Anyways, at least I am done with this particular civil justice, right? And then you all will be aware. Then I have to continue with what the robocalling part of it, right? There again, you all will understand why I have to go through layer by layer by layer, but that will go very fast, and hopefully. So then I will reveal more of the crime of Pope Francis, because those crimes also must be accumulated, okay, in the civil justice law. And I wish United States of America signs off job offer immediately to me and pays off all the financial aid that I'm asking for, because I am displaying the broken systems errors, and it is all $1 trillion worth of errors, right? So, and I'm also saying that I can fix it. Hey, give me the authority. I will step in and I will fix it just like that. And I also already eradicated the COVID-19 plague. That it's a proof I am born to save the world. Okay. Thank you all for your time. Take care. Bye now.